Today we're going to call seven different coin shops around the US and see what they will sell us 1 ounce gold eagles and 1 ounce gold bars for. So normally when I do these videos, I put on the headphones and I record the calls, but in today's video, we are actually going to call 7 two-party consent states. In other words, I am not allowed to record them without letting them know, and if they knew I was recording, chances are they're going to give me better numbers. So I will tell you what state we called, but I won't give you any more location than that. But the cool part is that we get to see region-based what those numbers look like. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like videos like this so you don't miss out on the next one. So let's start off with our first coin shop. This one was out in California. Now, when I made these phone calls, the average spot price was around $18.40 to $18.45. You know, it bounces around. I just put $18.40. If we take a look, they were selling 1 ounce gold eagles for $19.90 and 1 ounce gold bars for $19.15. That is $150 over spot and $75 over spot respectively between gold eagles and gold bars. So if we look at the second shop, if we move around, this time we're going up north a little bit to Washington. Washington state, also a two-party consent state, was selling gold eagles for $2,000 even. So that was 160 over spot roughly. It may have been 157, you know, but anyway, I'm averaging about 160 over spot. And gold bars, they were selling for 60 over. So they were actually selling the gold eagles for more than the shop that I called in California, but the gold bars were actually cheaper than the shop that I called in California, as you can see. All right, the next shop, number 3, we go out east, but staying up north in Michigan. So again, average spot price, I'm putting around $18.40. Again, it could have been a little bit different, but we had gold eagles here at $19.37. This was a great call. Not only was this guy super friendly and excited to talk, but he gave me great prices on the gold eagles. Now, the gold bars were around average, about $70 over spot, but he did say, if you look at the bottom, I put a special mark that said special on maples, same as bars. So he, you know, I'd like to not waste a lot of these guys' time, but I was on the phone with this gentleman for a couple of minutes, and he had a lot of really cool stuff to say. He really believes in gold. He's actually more of a gold bug than a silver bug, but he talked about a whole lot of stuff with me. And again, 95 on gold eagles. That's a great price. And again, special on maples, same as bars. So maples they had for $70 over spot. He said that was a special they were running right now. Now, before shop 4, I will say that if you prefer to buy your gold and silver online, to go over to our channel sponsor, SD Bullion, and check out their Docs deals page. They have new deals all the time. For example, 1 ounce Britannia is $2.99 over spot, kilo silver bars, any quantity, $1.69 over spot, and a bunch of other deals as well, including on gold. So go over there and check them out. And thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring today's video. All right, so next up, number 4, coin shop number 4. This one is in Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania, we're going out east a little bit more. They had gold eagles for $2,100. Wow. And then gold bars, they said they don't even carry. So I will talk about this a little bit. He said that they don't carry gold bars because they're too easy to, if I remember correctly, he said they're too easy to fake. So I would imagine that most coin shops, especially when you're dealing with gold, would have some sort of gold tester. So for example, like a Sigma Pro, or maybe even an XRF gun or XRF machine if you want to go a little bit bigger. The fact that you don't have a way to test the gold bars is really leery to me. So he said, yeah, they just don't carry them because they're too easy to fake, and so they just don't bother with them at all. He did say, however, if I was looking for something cheaper, as you can see there on my notes, they have 1 ounce gold Cougarans at $1,985 over spot. Or I'm sorry, not over spot, $1,985. That's $145 over spot. So let's keep on going. We're going to go out east and way up north into Vermont. Now, Vermont, we had gold eagles at $19.94, so $150 over spot, there, which was about average. But the gold bars, they wanted $100 over spot for 1 ounce gold bars. And again, you know, I said average spot was $18.40, but it could have been $18.44 when I called them, right? So $19.44 is what they quoted me. That's $100 over spot from $18.44. I figured that's probably what their spot price was. But yeah, $19.94 for eagles, which is around average, but gold bars, $100 over spot. That is way up there for 1 ounce gold bars. All right, now we're going to go down south, all the way out to the east and all the way down to the south. In Florida, 1,958 for gold eagles, 120 over spot was actually below average, and I'll show you the averages in just a second. But they had gold bars for $80 over spot at 1918, which is actually above average, but it's so close that I actually considered it probably around average or so. But yeah, I mean, $80 over for gold bars, and then $120 over for gold eagles. Now we're going to move out west to the Midwest, and we are going to call for our final coin shop, Illinois. Now, the reason that I kind of side about this one is, you know, I got some comments and some people saying that I'm wasting CoinShop's time when I do these calls, but I love sharing the data with you guys. This guy was super short with me, but even when he answered the phone, like the way he answered the phone, he sounded like he was not interested in talking to anybody. He didn't know who was calling, and before I even had a word out of my mouth, he's like, "How can I help you?" Like, just like that. And so he sounded like he was just upset that he ever had to answer the phone at all. So I did not keep him on the phone long. I did ask him for gold eagles. They had a decent price, below average at 130 over spot. And then I asked him about gold bars, and they had none in stock. Now, I didn't want to press him for anything else. I just got him off the phone. You know, I could have asked him, well, if you had gold bars in stock, what would you sell them for? But I mean, he sounded like he didn't want to be on the phone. And so I just let him go. Like, I'm not going to waste this guy's time. If he's not interested in talking to me as a potential customer, even though I probably wasn't, although Illinois is not too far from me. I mean, if they would have gave me a really good price, maybe I made a trip. But, you know, even though I was a potential customer, he just sounded like he had no interest in talking to me at all. And so, again, I just, you know, saved us both some time and got off the phone, and, you know, that is what it is. But 130 over spot for gold eagles, and then gold bars, none available. Now, if we look at the averages, we'll kind of go over a summary here, and then I'm going to show you each states. So I'll give you a map here as well. Just wait for that. It's pretty cool. But the summary, 1992 average, which is around $152 over spot, was the average of all 7 coin shops that I called for 1 ounce gold eagles. 1 ounce gold bars, the average price was $1,918 over spot, and the average premium was $77 over spot. So as you can see, the premium on gold bars, obviously quite a bit lower. Gold eagles are considered premium coins. But, you know, they weren't really as far off as I thought it was going to be. I thought the average premium for gold bars would be cheaper than 77 over. And I thought that the average, I figured the average for gold eagles would probably be between 140 and 150. So that came in where I was expecting. Actually, it would have been lower than 152 if it weren't for the shop in Pennsylvania with their huge numbers. All right, so let's take a look at the map. So I put this map together, and it's basically, you can see green is above average, blue is average, and red is below average. So a lot of people talk to me about regions, like what regions are you calling, even if you won't tell us what the name of the shop is. And so this kind of gives you an idea, since, you know, you can't recognize the voices. Like if I say, all right, I'm calling a coin shop in, you know, Texas, for example, and then you're like, even though he used a voice changer, I recognize that shop, and I had people put the shop's name in the bottom. Since I didn't actually record the calls, I don't mind telling you what states. So California, as you can see right there, was average, as was Washington up there. They actually were above average for bars, but average for the gold eagles. Now, if you look out Midwest, they were actually above average. So Michigan, actually, I highlighted them in gold because of the great price on eagles. Even Illinois was in the average price range. And then if you go farther out east, you can see Pennsylvania and Vermont. Wow, Pennsylvania was crazy. And then the Vermont was average for gold eagles, but above average for gold bars. And then if we go down south to Florida, as you can see, we were average for bars and above average for eagles. So if you don't want to buy your gold and silver locally, you can obviously always buy it online. So our sponsor, SD Bullion, actually sells things for like 1 ounce gold eagles. For right now, they had, as I did this video, as I recorded this, spots up a little bit from when I made the calls. You can see they had 1 ounce gold eagles at $115.71 over spot, which was a 6.25% premium. And then gold bars they had for $54.99 over spot, which is also below the average of 77 for 1 ounce gold bars. So you can always just buy the stuff online, and you know, you get free shipping with SD Bullion whenever you buy gold eagles or gold bars, because it's always over $199. And of course, you know, there's other places as well, but SD Bullion is a sponsor of ours, and so I definitely wanted to share their prices as well. And thank you to SD Bullion for being a sponsor of this channel. You guys are greatly appreciated. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you got anything out of it, do me a favor, don't forget to subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. It really helps me out, help me continue to grow the channel. And if you want another video to watch on this subject, check out this video right here, where I called coin shops all over the US and I tried to sell them $10,000 worth of gold eagles. That is 6 1 ounce gold eagles. You will not believe some of the shocking offers that I got. Check that video out. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.